Hey everyone, this is Sujoy over here. So today I'm going to be talking about are Vietnamese people friendly to foreigners? Now, I'm a person of color, I'm not a white person, so I'm going to be talking about from my personal experience. I'm originally from India and I'm Western educated. I've traveled globally, internationally. I've lived in Europe for many years, and I've traveled in other parts of Southeast Asia. So, this video of mine is going to be a bit controversial. If you don't like watching this video, then you can just skip this video. So I'm just letting you know up front. Okay, so this is my personal experience of living here in Vietnam for over 4 years now. Um, to be honest with you, I haven't got a very good a good vibe when it comes to Vietnamese being friendly towards me, especially a person of color. And I'm from India. Um, I mean, it's sad to see that like when you're going to these tourist attraction locations in Ho Chi Minh City or in Hanoi. Most of the Vietnamese, they would like to be more friend. They would be extremely friendly towards Western foreigners, especially if you're white. Um, if you remember, I made a video about white privilege here in Vietnam. So the reality is that most of the time, it's all going to be like they're just going to keep. It's a lot of isolation. I find a lot of isolation. Even if I try to make an initiative and I just say hello, xin chào, or try to be friendly. Most of the time, they'll just say hello, but they don't want to have any conversation with you. Or what I get, or say if I want to, if I want to strike up a conversation with a Vietnamese girl at a coffee shop or something. Just say I would just say "Xin chào, how are you?" or something. They would the best excuse they would give is "Sorry, no English." Um, so yes, it is very challenging out here in Vietnam if you're a person of color, if you have brown skin, dark brown skin, and especially if you're from India. Not very mixing. I felt a lot of isolation. Yeah, I have gone through a lot of anxiety. I mean, I've lived here long enough. I've lived here for 4 years, over 4 years now, here in Vietnam. I've experienced Hanoi for 2 months. Hanoi was really bad when it came to friendliness, and also customer service. So, it all comes down to how you look. I mean, what your skin color is actually. I mean, I know most of you guys would not like to hear this, but as I mentioned before, that this video is going to be very controversial. So it all comes down to skin color. If you're a dark brown skin foreigner expat, or if you are India type looking, uh, they're not going to be very friendly towards you. I do see a lot of aggressiveness over here, especially in Hanoi. I found a lot of aggressiveness, a lot of rudeness. They're not very, very friendly. Quite an intimidating environment. Like even here in Ho Chi Minh City, if I go to some coffee shops, if I buy a coffee and just sit down, I don't feel very relaxed because the people who work in that coffee shop, they always stare upon me, or they always stare at me and walk around. It's just as if I'm just meant to drink my coffee quickly and get the fuck out of there. I mean, so I'm just very worried about how things are going here in Vietnam because um, you know Vietnam is a third world country. Okay, I mean, yeah, it is. It's an emerging country. It's an emerging economy. But the sad part is most of the mindset of the Vietnamese over here is that, oh, we are inferior. Anyone who is not a white skinned person, we are inferior. We have fair skin. We are the best. So why should I waste my time trying to make friends with you? And like I said, I'm from India. I've been living here for 4 years. I'm not any government official guy or something, but I've been teaching here English for so many years now. But I feel that there is a strong lack of friendliness, you know, hospitality, a lot of racism, which I had to experience here in Vietnam, and discrimination. Um, you know, so yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a huge white privilege out here. In Vietnam. I mean, it's also there in Southeast Asia, but not as bad as here in Vietnam. So and so because it would have been a very different situation altogether. Like if the local Vietnamese over here would be more friendly, or they would say hello, how are you, where are you from? I never got this. I mean, I haven't. I would say I hardly got it. Got these kind of these kind of interactions with the Vietnamese people over here, or because I know that if a Westerner, or he's walking around or something, the local Vietnamese, hello, this that, they will just roll over for that expat. But I think it's been very different for me because I'm a person of color. So yeah, I mean, there is a huge problem of racism over here in Vietnam, and I stand by it till today. Like I said, nothing has changed. So I really hope that in the near future, the mindset of the Vietnamese people, the youth especially, they change their attitudes towards interacting with people coming from different countries like India, or people who are not white, because God did not make us all white. Okay, so we there are black foreigners, there are brown skin foreigners, and I've seen Africans, foreigners who have dark brown skin. They just sit in the park alone. Nobody wants to go and interact with them. And these Vietnamese people, they just want to go and strike conversations with foreigners who are white skin. I think that's really a big problem over here, and I don't know how it's going, because in the long run, it's not very good for the tourism industry here in Vietnam. So I really hope that certain things can take into effect. In fact, the Vietnamese media over here, they should actually try to create an atmosphere and educate the people over here that like uh, you know, treat all foreigners equally, nicely, be friendly towards them. I don't care if that foreigner is from India or Africa. But I have seen fellow Indian tourists being treated badly in Hanoi and spoken rudely even here in Saigon. So I don't know. I mean, the mindset is really not very good. So I just wanted to share this experience, and because this has been my personal experience. I'm not sure if you're going to be getting more videos like these from foreigners who are people of color. So I just took the initiative of making this video, and letting you know about my personal experience of staying here in Vietnam for over 4 years now. So with that being said, this was me, Sujoy. Peace out.